Tyahna Maray. What up?
That's right, it's Tyahna Maray, and I just want to start this interview off by saying thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Dennis, for having me. Thank you to my team for supporting me. Thank you to everybody. I'm so grateful to be here.
Let's get right into it.
Yep.
I just finished listening to 5 minutes, and you know what? The song, I can tell you got a banger there.
Thank you.
Tell us, what went into making that particular song?
Ooh, so I would say it was a mixture of me being hungry. I was hungry to record. I had took a minor break just due to school, so I was ready to get back in. And then, you know, you being in this friendship, relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it, and this person wasting your time, you're like, hold on, let me talk about this boy, you know. And so that's what all, you know, made 5 minutes come together, and we just went from there.
So, are you saying that you had a boyfriend to inspire you to do the song?
So I would just say for this particular song, it was more so, you can call it a situationship where you're in that talking stage. Okay. And you know, this person, you like knowing, I shouldn't even be talking to you, but you still do it, you know, and I feel like we can all relate to it, whether it's, you know, a boy talking to a female or, you know, my situation, you just shouldn't be doing it. And so it's like you saying you on the way, you saying I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes, and you really taking 15 to 20 minutes, or
so
don't waste my time, because even though it's 5 minutes, you know, everybody's time should be respected.
So you've been doing music for a while.
Right.
Can you talk about when you started getting into music and you know, how did you know, first realize that you wanted to be a recording artist?
I got into music at a very young age, so I would say 2. I was like Beyonce, my sister. I even was a rapper, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
I know that I thought I was gonna be a rapper. You know, I get into that or whatever. However, I was always involved in chorus, voice lessons, all the plays, everything you could think of. You know, I was active in. And then at one point, I decided like I really want to take this serious, and so I called my manager Nick, and I was like, I'm ready. And from that point, we recorded the first song, So Deep, and it just, you know, now we're here, and now we're about to release the album.
Okay, so I know you have 5 minutes on the EP. Can you talk about the other songs on it?
Yeah, so you have a great mixture, and that's what I love about this album. Nothing sounds the same. You get something different every time. So you have Patience, which is the talk about my relationship to myself and to my family. You know, you want everything to come so fast, but you got to be patient, because the struggle is where the character is built. Then you got something different where I'm talking about now my bestie, where, you know, you have that relationship with the friend and it doesn't work out. You have F Your Feelings, where you like, forget your feelings, forget how you feel, because when I told you how I felt, you didn't care. So now am I supposed to care? You have Hit a Little Different. It's literally, it hits a little different when your feelings are in it, you know, like it hurts differently. And then you also have, let's see, you got 5 minutes, Hit a Little Different, Finally Nice. Finally Nice is this song where, you know, this person has been trying to get with you for the longest, and you're avoiding them. You're like, yeah. So you're like, one summer, I'm gonna be nice. And, you know, you're nice for one summer, and you're like, I'll even change my type for you just because you're getting on my nerves. And he's like, oh, you didn't even show up to the reservation. You're like, so, I mean, I'm here now, so take it. And that pretty much sums up the album.
Well, let me ask you a question. I listened to all the tracks. And one of the songs, I thought you sound a little bit like Sierra. Did you ever anyone ever tell you that you sound like Sierra on one of your songs?
I could feel that. Yeah, I get that a lot. Just, I feel like the feel of the song, you know, the R&B-ish but hip-hop vibe to it. So I definitely can feel that. Yeah, I definitely can feel that. Let's just hope when I make the video I can dance as good. Okay. Let's pray I get those Sierra moves.
Can you tell us who are some of your musical inspirations coming up?
Yeah, so of course, Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, even on the pop side, Lady Gaga, you know, gospel side. Coming up, you have the Clark sisters, and I think Kirk Franklin, you know, just, it varies, but I feel like it's all genres that really inspired me. I just wasn't stuck to one genre.
What sets you apart from the artists coming up in your age bracket?
I think it'll just probably be our audience. I don't, just because our music is different, Everyone has a different message, a different story. So it'll just be who we appeal to most, and that's absolutely fine,
What is most important to you as an artist conveying your music to the world?
I feel like it's most important that I make an impact. To me, it's not about, what's going on. It's about what I leave necessarily. So am I going to leave something on somebody? What impact will I make? How will I make them feel? Because, it's a saying where they say, you could do all these things, it doesn't matter, but one thing people won't forget is how you make them feel. So the feeling that I bring with my music, I think that's the most important to me.
I did a little research and realized that you have championed a cause. Would you like to talk about the cause that you champion for young women?
That I'm, you said...
Champion a cause that you've taken up for young women?
So are you referring to my mentor group that I started? Okay, so yeah, Zero Gravity is a mentor group that I started, and it's pretty much saying nothing can hold you down. And so I started it with 8th grade girls just because the transition from 8th grade to high school is different, and it took me to go through it to learn it. And I feel like for those girls that don't have anyone, that I can be that person, to be there and help them the best way that I know how.
When you talk about mentoring 8th graders, what was some of the things that you went through in your young teen that made you feel like you wanted to champion a cause like that?
I feel like for me, in 8th grade, I didn't take, getting things done. So I would say procrastination. Procrastination was like huge for me just because I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. But you never realize until you backed up how much it helps to be organized and planned. I know it sounds cliche, but it really does help to know what's next, have a plan and go for it and make sure you're following up and, not slacking. So with me, I would just be like, yeah, I'll get to it. So I would say procrastination, and just making sure, that I'm focused.
You're obviously in your college years right now.
Right.
Can you talk about what you're studying in school?
So I did my freshman year at Tennessee State, shout out to them, and I'm currently now taking a break. So this will be my sophomore year, but I'm taking a break because education is super important to me. And with this tour and everything coming up and the album releasing, I wanted to focus solely on my music because I would never half step anything, So, once everything settles down, then I'll definitely pursue online. And my major is political science and my minor is business.
Well, we talk about political science.
Right.
What is the trending topic in politics today?
Right now, everyone's going crazy on the whole Iran and the U.S. And a potential war happening. So that's what's trending right now.
What do you think about war? And as a young lady with the potential of being drafted.
I think it's scary, and I think, to be in this situation.
Well, first of all, I don't think the draft is in effect right now, but
right, but just the thought of it, just knowing what's happened in the past, I just think it's scary regardless, just to be at war, just to know that it's a potential to have, so many fatalities. I think that it's scary, and I think, to be in this situation, and for my peers, what I would do is just pray, and you got to keep going. You got to keep going regardless. You just got to keep going.
We're going to shift a little into the visuals. What is the plan for your music video?
So what I want out of my music videos is to showcase youth because I'm young and it's relatable.
So there's no spot for me to be in your video? Like, I'm not that young, but can I kind of get a camera?
No, absolutely, because you guys created us. So of course, so when I say you guys created us, so of course you would have to be in there. Of course you can be in there, but what I'm saying is like we are the future. We're coming up. We'll be the future doctors and things like that.
So you're the old man in the video.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying my audience, is more towards, I'm pushing as my ministry, to my peers, because that's just how I get my message out. So I want it to be exciting, a lot of live drums. I want majorettes. So say we're referring to the 5 minutes video, I've just been thinking about what if a band comes out and played and I have majorettes, and then I try to be one of the majorettes, and then I have 5 different girls and clocks everywhere.
Think about your most memorable concert you saw, and what stood out what stood out from that concert and that performance, and do you see yourself as a performer or an entertainer?
So the most memorable concert would have to be Beyonce. When she went on tour, I went and watched, and I think what made it memorable is the fact that the choreo and singing, how conditioned you have to be to, keep going. That's not a 15-minute show, that's just going on, and she's coming back to back, changing outfits, possibly hair, makeup, it's just a lot that goes into it, so it takes a lot of discipline, and I just admired that a lot about her, and I would see myself as an entertainer.
Okay, and I think that's where you separate yourself from the performers. Who would you like to work with musically?
Musically, man, I would just be honored to work with anyone, honestly. But I feel like you can make something great, because I feel like every artist has something different, and that's what makes them an artist, because they're able to bring out, how they feel and express it in a different way. So I would say right now, if I had to work with it, of course I would want to work with the greats like Beyonce. I would want to do a record with Drake, Chris Brown. I would say first I would go more towards the R&B lane first. Anybody in R&B, pretty much.
Is there anything about you that you want people to know that you haven't shared with us today?
Well, I love lip gloss. When I was 2, I actually tried to run out of Walmart or something with lip gloss. I didn't know any better.
Hold on. When you run out past the register?
So my mom and I, we had went to a store, a drugstore, whatever, and so we're in there, and I just, I'm 2 years old. I'm like, I want lip gloss, and I couldn't even say lip. I said yip. But I've always loved lip gloss. So once I feel like I build a name in my foundation as an artist, then I definitely would love to pursue cosmetics and lip gloss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if people wanted to find you on social media, how can they reach you?
My name is Tyahna Maray, so that's Tyahna Maray. That's my name on all platforms, and then I have a website, which is www.tyahnaMaray.com.
Well, guess what? The interview's not over, because I'm going to ask you to give me a little something from your album.
Sing?
Something. Give me something real quick. Come on.
Who's got you showing up? Who's got you showing up? Who you been showing up? Who's got you checking your phone every 5 minutes? Calling like every 5 minutes, taking my every 5 minutes. Said you'll be a 5 minutes.
Dennis Bryan, Hip Hop Enquirer, Tyahna
Maray.
Hey.
Have a good day.
Who's been showing up? Who's got